Hey, so we're gonna go over the site survey template. This template will be provided to you before you get onto site, as well as a copy of it will be sent with the package we send you that has the Matterport and the other tools inside. Uh, the site survey template is just mostly a guideline of information that we're looking to obtain from the site survey, and most of it is pretty self-explanatory, but this video is made in case you had any questions and also as just a rundown of the actual template itself. So when we get to the introduction page, it's pretty self-explanatory. The name of the site, your name, contact numbers, store names here, store address, phone number for someone in the store, or the actual phone number for the store itself if it is an open store currently. Salesforce area, taking the dimensions of the sales floor, or if we provided you with a blueprint, we can just get it off of that. The open hours for the store itself, and just filling out whatever you can on this page, because a lot of this information may not be provided to you at first. If we go to the scope of work and deliverables, pretty self-explanatory. It just lists a little bit of detailed of the pictures that we may be looking for, as well as the additional data that we're looking to obtain, like the Matterport 3D scanning, as well as the Lux meter readings, and the full video walkthrough of the store, which pretty much means that you record yourself walking through the store and just record the entire store. Um, there is a separate video for the pictures with a couple of examples, as well as a separate video for the Matterport instructions, as well as the separate video for the Lux meter readings. So the site survey template itself, when we get onto site, we want to get the measurements of the entrance, the width and the height, uh, measurements of the ceiling, uh, and to list any ceiling obstructions. For this portion, you may not have to list it. Just taking pictures of any obstructions in the ceiling via the example pictures that I have in the pictures video will be sufficient. Um, However, some of these obstructions may be a little bit larger, so taking the measurement from the sales floor to the obstructions themselves is going to be required for things such as the HVAC ducts and HVAC piping, as well as any soffits or secondary ceilings. So for the ceiling information, just the ceiling type, they might be tiled, hard, or open. Tiled meaning it is a drop ceiling, as well as the type of ceiling that's existent in the network/server room. Simple 2D ceiling layout with measurements. We actually have more space on the bottom of the template for you to draw. This is pretty much just going to be a simple 2D layout, just showcasing where the ceiling is and where the store floor is, and if there are any obstructions that you may be able to see in a 2D layout. So again, ceiling height, ceiling dimensions of the IT room, ceiling color. Usually drop ceilings are going to be white, so just noting that they are white. Soffits or secondary ceilings, if they do exist, taking measurements from the floor to the actual soffit or secondary ceiling. Access panels, if they exist, you should take a picture as well as note that there are access panels. And to see if there are any possible cable routes through that access panel. So taking pictures of inside the access panel is going to be necessary as well. Shelvings and fixtures, number of aisles, take the width of the narrowest aisle. The type of shelvings, the gondolas are the freestanding fixtures usually in a lot of the supermarkets. Pivots, baskets, impulse strips, and racks. Just listing whichever kind of actual shelving units there are existing in the store at the time. type of fixtures. Again, gondolas are usually freestanding, just noting whatever kind of fixtures these shelving units are. Same thing with the fridges, pretty much. The lux measurement, well, we went over in another video, but this part you can pretty much leave blank because you're going to be documenting the actual measurements at the bottom and last page of the template. Information about the IT room or the closet. This may be on-site or off-site. Just the location. I mentioned in the actual IT video that you need to actually represent or draw a layout of the representation of where these rooms are located compared to where the actual site is. Physical dimensions of the room, dimensions of any racks that may be in there. Are there any existing network cables? If there are, just taking pictures. Existing network or computer equipment, as well as any actual existing cameras. Taking pictures of those as well. These are all mentioned in the picture video as well. If this location is actually somewhere else, or if there is a viable location for server equipment, you may want to ask the actual site escort as well as the site manager if they plan on allocating a specific space for these servers that may come in. Pictures of the electrical closet or the actual panels / breakers for that area that the servers will be in. Taking pictures of the wall sockets in that area as well. And of course, taking a detailed picture of the electrical panels that show us the actual breakers so that we can get the amp and voltage off of them. Internet connection type. A lot of these stores may not be open yet, so they might not have any internet. But if they do, just noting whether they are cable, DSL, fiber, and which company they may be using. You may get that information, have to get that information from your site escort or the site manager. Wireless connectivity, pretty much just look at your phone. If you have the 5G plan, you should just say 5G and listing how many bars there are, and your phone provider, so that we can compare which provider may have a stronger signal strength. If there are any network devices such as routers or modems on site already, taking pictures of them as well as listing which kind of devices may already be existing is going to be good documentation for this part. The video walkthrough, like I said, it's pretty simple. Just pretty much go to the entrance of the store and take a video of you walking around the store as if you were looking around to purchase something from the store. The 3D scanning we did in a different video, and this is just the example of the lux measurement that we went in another video as well. Pretty much, one shelf here, the measurement of this, or the lux measurement of this shelf in this shelving unit is 210, 207, and so on for each shelving, and the fridges as well. And then we have the space for the IT closet or backroom diagrams, as well as the simple store layout you will have to draw. That's just going to be 2D, and just drawing the dimensions of the store, as well as noting where some of the shelving units may be. And the Matterport scan guide. We do have a video for the Matterport connection as well. And the Matterport guide as well. And the table for lux measurement. All in all, the site survey template is pretty self-explanatory as long as you're reading the bottom portion that's kind of descriptively telling you what to do. But if you ever have any questions, of course, calling your PLC at any time, and they will always be waiting on call.